What's cracking, people? It's your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, representing high level technicians operating globally and beyond. So, listen, in a previous podcast regarding the Ugly Sexy Player's superpower, which is the raw animal magnetism, I referenced one of those elements to the USP superpower as being the employment of big dick energy. Now, just what is big dick energy? Well, there are a lot of videos and podcasts and essays and discussions about the topic, and I think that there was a buzz around what this means and who can wield it and under what circumstances, more so last year than this year. But at the end of the day, it's been a term that's been passed around for years. But just what is big dick energy, and what does that mean coming from a person from my perspective, my space being that of male exotic entertainment, where that's literally part of your uniform. That's part of the expectation that you have and that you display this no nonsense energy. So basically, what I'll do is I'll break this down into three different parts, and we'll go into those parts individually to make the whole. Okay? So that first part is pretty obvious, and that is confidence. The confidence in knowing that what you have to offer has value. Now, it's a transferable value that covers almost every aspect of life, not just what you bring to the bedroom. You see, it's interesting to note that how someone is able to navigate the world confidently is symbolized by a masculine element, but we'll come back to that later. At the end of the day, when we talk about employing big dick energy, you have to have unbridled confidence. And in my world, that confidence comes from knowing that you have a show, you have a presentation that is so off the chain, that is so unique, that is so well put together, that this crowd, these ladies, this audience has no fucking clue what you are about to put on them. That confidence is value in knowing what value you bring to a situation. Transferable into the vanilla world, you can have confidence in your skill sets. You can have confidence in your knowledge of the terrain, a knowledge of an aspect of society that you're looking to enter, a knowledge of technology. It could be a knowledge set in any space, but as long as you've done the work and you've put forth the effort to build your ability and to build that confidence and to build your level of experience and successes. See, confidence, true confidence, is built on successes, not a hype man, not someone gassing you up, not people just saying, oh, you cold because you look good or whatever. No. True confidence comes from knowing what the end looks like from the beginning, which is an essential aspect, an element of masculine mastery. That leads me to the second part of big dick energy, which is self-awareness. And this is how a person is able to effectively understand and know their lane. A person who is self-aware knows what elements make up who they are individually. Specific parts of their being, specific parts of their elements, specific parts of their nuances, as Ron Wills like to put it, that make up who they are. This awareness gives you the ability to present yourself in any space with that big dick energy, because you should know yourself better than anyone else. You know how impressive your most developed muscle group is. Is it your arms? Is it your chest? Is it your back? Is it your abs? Right? Those are the things that you're going to highlight as you present yourself in a way that is impressive and seductive and will get your audience hyped. If you were in my world, how this translates into the vanilla world is that you understand your boundaries. You understand your limits, but also you understand how far you can go and how in control you're able to be with that distance that you're able to go. You don't bite off more than you can chew. You don't dip in other people's Kool-Aid, right? You know your lane, you stay in that lane, and you dominate that lane. Self-awareness is a big part of expressing big dick energy. Lastly, we have character. Now, I know that I mentioned character in the previous video about ugly sexy players, but it's important to note where this particular facet of character comes from. Now, this facet of character comes from tribal consciousness. Let's think about what tribal consciousness is. This is a particular concept that was brought up in a select manosphere, and I can reference the field master Ron Wills when I say tribal consciousness, because he has videos, or he's referenced a man who is effective at interacting with women, knows his tribe. He knows the type of women that respond to who he is. He knows the type of women that respond to a 6'2", 200-pound, shredded guy, or a 5'9", 150-pound, thinner guy, or chunkier guy. The man who has developed his character through his tribal consciousness is aware of what it takes to attract certain people, and he has that tribal consciousness to fall back on in those moments where his character is actually challenged, which is the essence of character development. Who are you when there's no one looking? Also, who are you when everyone's looking and you're under pressure? What you display in those moments speak to your character. For anybody who's curious as to what my particular definition of what character is. Who are you under pressure, and who are you when no one's looking? If you're the same person, if you're the person that goes and gets it, if you want the ball with 1 second left to go and your team is down by 2 points, you know that you can make that 3-pointer, you know that you can make the shot and get the foul, you're the one that wants that ball. Or you're the one who knows whose hands to get it into to win the game. If your team is down by however many points, bottom of the ninth or whatever, you're the one that wants to be up to bat, or you're the one that wants to be on the pitching mound because you accept that pressure. Or are you the type of person that if you're presented with a high pressure situation, you're in a board meeting and your senior lead forgot the slides, or you fucked up some decks or whatever, and the presentation has to happen or this contract's going to fall through? Are you the type of person that wants to present something, or are you the type of person that is willing to let it all fall apart just to show up your manager? Whoever you are in that instance shows your character, and it speaks to the essence of who you are. On either side of the coin, you need to take an honest self-evaluation so that you can address where you need to improve or strengthen or adjust or calibrate facets of your character so that you can be the same person when no one's looking as you are when put under pressure in front of everybody. So here's the bottom line. In my world, in male exotic entertainment, you can go to a spot and essentially everybody's got a big dick, right? Who are you and what type of energy do you have in spite of that? How do you differentiate yourself? How do you have confidence in your ability, in your value, and in your skill set beyond the basics? Because everybody could bring a base of similar elements to the table. But what differentiates you is what empowers you to have big dick energy. And just as a side note, for those who are interested in knowing the answer to the question, do you have to have a big dick, quote unquote, in order to express, own, and display big dick energy, slide over to the Patreon and see how I teach men who have 4-inch members and below or above how they can wow their partners, both inside and outside of the bedroom. Here's a pro tip and a key. It takes more than just what is between your legs, okay? And lastly, I'm going to leave you with this question that I'm going to answer in another video. How do you translate big dick energy and the confidence and awareness that you have when you're in your own environment or your hometown? How does that translate into a different environment, a different space, a different city, a different state, different country? And how are you able to be effective at interacting with women who are not of your tribe, with women who are from a different cultural understanding? I'm going to answer that in the next video. But until next time, this is your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, saying stay sharp and mission focused. Later.